Hey everybody, right now I'm downtown in Commerce, Texas, where I live, in the United States of America, and it is close to 5 o'clock, and today I wanted to show you where I am, and okay, right now I'm at the City Hall, right across, just walking across. And then that building right there, the Cork and Brew, that's a good, very, very good place to eat. But right now I'm just going to do a video walk like this. And I'm just going to kind of show you the downtown. So, I just wanted to get out today. And I really love all of the cloud coverage in the sky. But I wanted to I want to make sure this thing's recording. I wanted to give my thoughts today. And I'll have to elaborate when I do a live. But to make it short and sweet, from this morning's video, right now I'm just standing out in the field because it's not so hot. Today, as to what I said out of, what was it I read? Yeah, James 1. About patience and being that, pray. I know I don't like praying for patience, but the way that we learn patience is by the trials that we go through. And I'm finding that to be true. And I'm nearly 50 years old. The point that I'm trying to make right now is we can enjoy our lives right where we are. We can enjoy the time that we have with our family, friends, and loved ones, and we can enjoy just being out. And right now, I'm not going to get too close, but what I'm seeing around me is people walking, people going to their cars, and people are just going to different places, getting off work in the country that I live in, the United States of America, and they're enjoying life. And as I said, I'm not really getting too close, but those people over there, that's what they were doing. And as far as patience, I was thinking about the civil rights movement of the 1960s with the Freedom Riders, where they boarded Greyhounds, black and white people, and they went into these towns, and they were doing peaceful, non-violent demonstrations. But what happened with the peaceful, non-violent demonstrations, when they got into these certain towns, they were literally pulled off the buses by the police officers, and they were beaten. They were bruised. Some of them were nearly beaten to death, but they were badly beaten. During the civil rights movements, there were demonstrations, there were sit-ins, and I think one of them was in Montgomery, Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. I do know that the black people did not ride the buses for 1 year after Rosa Parks sat in a spot where a white person was supposed to sit. And with that being said, right now, I'm going to sit down over here since it's kind of shady. But with that being said, and I'll elaborate more on this a little bit later. With that being said, right now, change has happened because of the civil rights movement for the black people, okay? There have been, and I can't remember what restaurant it was, but there has been sit-ins at when the black people would go and sit at the lunch counter, and they would sit in a spot for whites, and they wouldn't be served, but they would not leave, but they peacefully did it, okay? And what I'm saying in lieu of that is when the police officers were called, they were beaten and taken to jail. And the one thing about the civil rights movement is that, yes, they were sprayed, they were pepper sprayed, they were beaten by the officers, the police officers at that time. They had a non-violent component to it. And what Martin Luther King did is he took a page from Ghandi. And how did the British leave? I think it was in 1948 after World War II. They had peaceful demonstrations, sit-ins, different places. When they were hit by the authorities, they did not strike back. And what I'm saying about that is sometimes in situations like with the government, the government overreach in the American government right now, in different parts of the United States and in different parts of the world, sometimes enough is enough. And I'm not going out saying I'm not promoting violence. I'm not, if anything, I'm promoting peaceful protest. I'm promoting change in peace. If anyone strikes you and they're in law and you're out in the open, let them strike you. But don't fight back, because if you fight back, it's going to be worse on you. That's what they did in the 1960s, and that's what they did in the 1948 in India to get the British out of that country when India declared their independence. Now, as I said, and the things that I'm talking about right now, what I'm saying is that situation, all of those movements were literally led by God Himself. And how did God make a change? He made it through people like us. He made it through people like us. He really did. And honestly, it changed a lot of stuff for the better. But within the last 50 years after that, within the governments, local and all the way up, things kind of went downhill. And a lot of corruption came in. And now we are right where we are because of it. And I'm just giving you my thoughts today. I'm not talking about politics, but I'm just letting you know of the truth. I'm letting you know of what I believe to be the truth. But what I have noticed and what God reminded me of today is the civil rights movement. That even though it was very violent and very dangerous for everybody, people took a stand. I'm pretty sure it was not a lighthearted decision. People took a stand in different situations to affect change for the better for society back in the 1960s, where all people can come together and can sit and hold hands. That's what makes me think of the Martin Luther King speech of I Have a Dream. And the last few lines that I remember that he said is, I have a dream that my brothers, and I'm paraphrasing, that my brothers and sisters can hold hands in unity. And right now, the only way we can honestly affect change is if we come together, because it starts with God and it starts with us. And I know that I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I know this, that something, I'm going to be doing something. I'm going to be doing something. I know that my call is to pray, but within praying, we have to take action. And my prayer is for the people to hear the voice of God and take action. And then you have the intercessors to pray for those, to cover them while they take action. And I was watching a video yesterday, and what was spoken was civil disobedience. Okay, yes. As I said in about the civil rights movement, there's a way to do it and a way not to do it. The way not to do it is to get violent about it. The way to do this is, if you're going to affect change, is simply by not complying with certain mandates, by just taking off your muzzles and not taking the C thingy, pokey poke. You know, you can do that. Live your life and be nonviolent about it. Be peaceful. And if it ever comes to a time where the government overreaches, the best thing to do in that situation is, if you're confronted and somebody literally is pointing a gun in your face and they're an officer of the law, cooperate, don't resist. But later on, you get the information you need, and you legally see if you can get an attorney, and you take action against them, and then you file a complaint, and you complain to them, complain to their superiors within legally suing them. And I'm just putting my thoughts out there because I've been watching a lot of stuff, and I've been in prayer about a lot of stuff. And and I'm not confused about anything. And I'm still just talking with the Holy Spirit right now. And He's just been showing me some things, and I'm just sharing it with you right now. Oh, I wanted to show you something. I'm going to turn the camera around, and this is a truck right in front of me that my great uncle, and I called him my grand used to have, and it's a beautiful truck. So I'm going to turn it around. You doing alright today?
Hi.
Hi. But I wanted to just sit down here for a second before I head on home. I stopped at Cork and Brewery right across the street by the truck in Commerce, Texas. And it's a beautiful place. Y'all want to see the street? Gotta make sure no license plates.
Hey guys, I'm down here at the...
Okay.
I was like, oh shoot, it's already 5.
Okay, I just wanted to show y'all that downtown over there. And right over here is the bricks right across the street. It reminds me whenever I was in Spain and in Liverpool. I was in Valladolid, Spain, and I was also in Liverpool. And basically, before they built the major roads and the highways, they had bricks. And I've been watching these videos in the last couple of weeks of old videos from the early 1900s of when the camera equipment first came out. So basically, when I'm talking to you right now, wouldn't be on a camera, and the home movies and stuff like that people made were very, very revolutionary. Very, very, very revolutionary. So, I just wanted to kind of share that with you today. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And before I go, I'll just walk down here for just a second. And I'm just kind of doing a bit of a walk right now. And yeah, I'll show you something. But I'm going to walk down this. I'm just going to let you walk with me right now. Okay, let me read this to you. Originally located in Cooper, East Texas, Normal College moved to Commerce in 1894, following a devastating fire that destroyed the first and only campus building. The fire was one of many occurrences that prompted President Mayo, that's Leo, I think that's Leonidas Mayo, to relocate the college to Commerce. Commerce was a desirable partly due to the first city's rail connections and also because of a generous donation of land and money from the city to support the relocation. From September 3rd to December 31st, 1894, East Texas Normal College occupied space in a rented room in Main Street. The location was adjacent to the two-story Odd Fellows building, and the college had only 35 students. In 1895, the college's first building in Commerce College Hall was completed, and the college moved to its present location. Okay, what I was showing you right there, I'll show you again. Okay, what I was showing you right there is that was right now where Texas A&M University in Commerce is. That was the first college here, the East Texas Normal College, and it used to be in Cooper until a fire burnt it down. Okay, so I wanted to show you this. And I think we're coming on another plaque right here. And this one is the Texas Historical Commission, an incorporation of Commerce. The events leading up to the incorporation of the city of Commerce can be traced to the 1853 establishment of Josiah H. Jackson's General Store about 1.5 miles northeast of this site. The village that developed around his store was known as a cow hill. 2 years later, William Jernigan, a Cow Hill businessman, moved his mercantile store to a site closer to the Sulphur Springs Bonham Highway. The crossroads near Jernigan's store became a major commercial center, and during the 1870s, the name Commerce was given to the village that grew up here. On September 12, 1885, an election for incorporation was held, and the village residents voted in favor of the proposal. Incorporation of the City of Commerce was granted on September 25th by Hunt County Judge J.S. Sherrill. Sherrill appointed W.W. Rutland as mayor, and he served until Captain W.E. Mangum was chosen for that position in the first city election. The mayor was assisted in the city government by 4 aldermen. Following its incorporation, the city continued activities as a strong Hunt County commercial center. Wow. That's kind of cool. Between you and me, I have no idea how true that history really is. That's the story that they tell. But this is a nice town. I've been here for 13 years. And there's still good things in this world. And honestly, we need to stay closer to the Lord. We need to stay closer to the Lord. And we need to rest in Him and lean on Him for everything that we do. All right. That was all that I just wanted to show you today. I just wanted to kind of do a video today and just get out. So, all right. God bless you. And if I don't do a live tomorrow, which I probably should, you have a great weekend and God bless you.